Welcome back to Boundless Bay, ladies and gentlemen. We are taking off this episode in style today. We're going to be ditching the planes. They're done. We're not coming back to them. Maybe to do an upgrade. Well, welcome back. I'm back from holidays, and guess what? I'm back from hospital too. Yes, straight at the last day of my holidays, I was actually in hospital with some bowel issues. So I'm slightly recovering from that, but I was excited to get back to you guys and get some content out the door, and I've been itching to play. Today on Boundless Bay, we're going to be trains, oil, and trains, oil, and steel, basically, with a little bit more trains and some track. That's what we're going to be working on, and we're hopefully at least going to be getting some goods sent to one of the cities. That's right, I can't make any promises in terms of Gladston getting any goods today, but that is the ultimate goal, is we can get those goods delivered. Now I've got a couple of track adjustments I would like to do, and I mentioned one of them last time out, but there is another track adjustment I want to do which might just shorten the trip of the trains that have to come down from Gladston and down to this area. We also have to get the transfer trucks in to the goods, well, actually to the chemical plant down at this end, which is situated past our airport, past our depot, and just down a bit further, actually between our two towns. So we're gonna have to look at getting some transfer trucks using our highway here. So maybe building up the highway and just bolstering it up a little bit might be the way to go. We'll have to see how the traffic handles on it, but this is the goods factory, the chemical factory in question, and we'll get to that chemical factory at some point today. So buckle up, lock yourselves in, get yourselves a drink, and sit back and relax and enjoy this episode today as we try and get goods here to Gladston and really bolster up its population. Right, well, here we are up at the Gladston end of things where the freight and rail yard is, and where we're going to do our first little bit of work today. Now, I did want to do some work down the other end, however, I think it's important we just get this easy part out of the way first. This little road here is going to be turned into a bridge or some kind of an overpass, and this bit of track here is actually going to skid off down back into this way. Now, alternately, we've been running this track. Maybe that color's a little too, make it brighter. We've been running this track through here past the passenger station up here, and then it swoops back into the actual freight line side of things. Now, I think what we do is we then take a little bit of track here. We still keep that there, and we actually, like I said, overpass, and we just scoot under it and hook straight back up into here. And I think that's realistically going to be a much better and quicker idea for us to get our trains turned around and sent down. So the easiest way right now is just to get our bit of track. And here's the thing, I kind of want to, I think that's it, isn't it? Now you're saying you run flat there. Okay. I sort of believe you. That to me is running flat. Like that. We're going to have you just go to like that. Yep, and no catenary. Right, and then we'll take our road out here now. We'll pause things up just in case there's trucks that are doing things. And we're very simply, once again, going to run like that because the game wanted to do some weird things, but that's okay. I don't mind that it's kind of sunken down. And there we go. Before we head back and swoop back into there with a nice connection like such. Actually, totally did that wrong. We only need to come into this one outside lane because it is turning like that. So we can get a much better entrance into that bit of track right there. And we are down a fair way, so maybe I do need to raise it up. Maybe I have gone too low through here. And it needs to do that that sort of leveling out. Even though it says it's level, it probably needs to just do that for us. Just have you come. We'll just try and see how that goes. That is acceptable, and it will only have a slight ramp up, even though it says it's flat. And that'll be fine. As simple as that. Let's not just overcomplicate things there. Right. The other thing is this track here. Now this is going to be our crude line. I think, was it a crude line or a steel one? Either way, it's going to be a line of 2. So it makes no difference really. Manage that line. So what we're going to do is we're going to take out Gladston signal 3, which is actually this signal here. We're going to take that one out, and we're actually going to put in, you can see it's doubling back on itself, but we want you to come around here. So might pay to put some waypoints in, and that's all we need. We won't need a signal there because it's just coming up and down the one way, so that's totally fine. What we will need to do, because we're going to have 2 trains on this, we will need to run some signaling on it as well. Otherwise the trains are going to be stopping and waiting and doing all that sort of stuff all of the time. Right, so that's fine. There's 2 blocks right there. That's actually quite a bit too close probably. And we want to get some signaling down that side, which you've got one there. And you've got them there. That's probably well paced as it is anyway, so that's probably fine. Right, let's get that track now at Gladston Annex. Can you add this waypoint for me now, please? Brilliant. And that's exactly what we want that to do. And we scoot down our line, scoot, scoot, scoot. That's me scooting. Right. This was the second bit of track we had to fix today, because we're going to be having a couple of trains coming in, so it made sense to probably bolster up how many lines we had available to us on this section here. So if we actually go, I want to just try something here, and if we go configure and we take that count even out to 3, right, and we take this track back like this, we might even be able to split these off into 3 here as well. Right. Do I want to do it like that? Do you? Good question, well asked. Is that how I want that to run? No. I mean, we're close, but no cigar. Not exactly how I was thinking of putting that in. How about we try this? We just go with you 2. Just bring you up like that. Actually, you might be able to just come. It gives us a nice long junction there. Okay. Now we don't probably need 3. But it's just a nicety, I think, because we've got plenty of stuff we can pull into up here. Now, this here can start to go up like that, right? But we probably, I'll just let this train go through. We probably want to clean up this area here to make it work a little bit better. But what I'm thinking is that train that just went through there, it can now have this bypass track just here. So let's work on that first. It'll give me an idea of if this is going to work or not. So I'm going to put this in, and we're just going to swoop it. I'm hoping I can't because you're too tight there, but I can get you out. It's going to be tight. It's not the kind of junction I would typically like or go for because of the tightness. I could get rid of that diamond exchange, which I will, to get exactly what I want in here, and that is a nice swooping entrance in, just like that. All right, and then what we're going to do is we're going to put waypoints there. I'm even going to put a waypoint there. No. Like that, right? Right, and then this line here, I want you to now navigate yourself. Now you will be. I like how our pink line is taking that side. I don't want you to take that side. So after Queenstown South, add that one, and after Palmerston Branch, add what one? This one. Well, actually, it's saying it'll go up that way. You know, that's not a bad idea because then they can split. These two trains shunt, by the way, but I kind of want to keep them on the one track, I'll be honest. Yeah, so we're going to keep, there's two trains on there, but we'll keep them on the one track. They can just wait for each other. So that one is actually coming up here and going onto that. Right, like that. So it's going to be running that single track up and down there, which is totally fine. That's not totally fine though, because you decided, okay, yeah, my bad. Take that out. And you need a way, so we actually have to fix this junction here. I have you as slipped. How do you look at that now? So we've slipped you. It really makes no sense to have this track like that. We really should be running it down into there. So let's do that now. Let's leave this line up so we can see what we're doing. Right, this is going to make more sense doing it like this. Right. Tracks, I think you should come like that. And you should also go. Well, okay, I see what you're doing. So you didn't need to do what I wanted you to do, did you? But hey, you know I like a complex track, so you could realistically go away there, couldn't you? You only need to go into there. I've just got to make sure that's exactly right. You can literally just go like that. And then your friend here. That's much better. That's actually a lot better. We're doubling up and down there the whole way. Yep. Now these trains are shunting. Remember, they are just they're reversing and they're pushing and pulling, basically. But that's got me a lot happier through there. Really happy with that. Which means now it leaves ourselves a couple of turnarounds here. And even though we're using that, sorry to kill a throat. Even though we are using that, yeah, I think it should be okay. So let's just get this up here. I want you to give me a extra. You're going the wrong way. Well, you know what? We can have it like that. Can we also have high speed, please? And go, yes. Okay, so that should be fine there. Right. You'll be able to come into there. And in fact, don't think this will work. But it doesn't hurt to maybe have an extra line do that. Right. So there's just a little bit extra turnaround. It still marries up into there. The only trouble is you're going to need some kind of like diamond here, which is going to be difficult on a bend of this magnitude. You think you have trouble putting diamonds in other times. Wait till you try and put it on a bend like that. I don't think that's going to work. I really don't. No. Okay, so... I mean, how far back? I need it there. Too much curvature. Can we take it back a little bit further then? Still too much curvature. I don't know how there's too much curvature. It looks like... There we go. Like a pretty long swoop to me, but hey, what would I know? I'm not a game mechanic. And too much curvature. Yeah. Either way, we're not going to get that to work, are we? Not unless I then do this. Nope. Still no. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Well, you can slip there, and if that's the case, then you could just go like that for us, couldn't you? So at least we'd have lots of options. So if you're over here, you still can't get over there unless we do like something like that. Right, now that is a complex set of track and switches, and I like it. I really like it. Okay, so if you're here, you can get over to there, okay? But you can't get over to there. Not unless we did something like this. Not that you need to, I don't think. Because what we need to do is actually pull in here. Well, actually, if anything, this one here needs to come across to this one here. Right? That's fine. Right, so we've got lots of switches, lots of track stuff going on here. Let's just see how this handles it now. So if we're going to tell you, manage that line. If we're going to tell you that, what are we calling this place? It's called Queenstown Exchange. We're going to tell you maybe 3. You know, I think we might have to just put this in again. Queenstown Cargo. Okay, Queenstown Cargo, let's get you in at 3 as well. Does that fix things up? No, you still want to go down south. Right, what if we just go 2 and we go 2? Okay, what if we just redo the whole thing? Right, so we know that you're coming in here. And then you're coming through there. And you'll come all the way down to Heather via yonder. Right, so you're coming into here. I wonder if it's going to be better to get it to turn around down here. But nonetheless, we can probably get it to pull straight ahead, back up and then come around. Would that be better? Have I given the ability to do that? I think I have. I've put in so many crosses there that it's confused myself. Can we get you to go away? So you're coming down into here. You'd be better off. We've lost our cross here, our diamond cross, which is actually a disservice to us. So if we actually get the track here, put something back in, it might actually just help us out doing what we need to do here. So now, let's say you drive let's say you drive into here. Okay, because you're running that way. Yeah, because I don't actually have the train line coming out there, do I? Okay, that's fine. You're just back into that one. Everyone's just gonna have to wait. Then you come up here. That's got it better. I'm okay with that. I probably would prefer you to come up that line there, but we don't have a track. Okay, so let's see if doing this will work. Means we're going to be running a split tunnel in there, doesn't it? So hence the reason we, oops, I didn't mean to do that, but get rid of it all anyway. This one here, manage that line. So if I just change Queenstown Exchange to 3 now, you don't like that. Can I get you into 2? Right, that works. That works indeed. Right, so they all bypass each other. We do have a split in the tunnel, but that's fine. That'll be totally fine. And then you're coming back here. Yeah, that'll be fine. I mean, the last little bit's connected there, but that's totally fine. I can handle that. Because what we're going to have the 2 trains coming from this way doing that. We're going to have 2 trains coming from this way doing that. So what I mean by that is we're going to be having a steel train going up and down that way, and the oil train going up and down that way. We're also going to have, no, that's it, chemical and steel just heading up that way. That's it. That is your lot. So basically we need to double that line up. So if I actually just call that what it is now, and that, let's just color it the blue color for steel. Okay, we'll just give it a nice bright color so we can actually see what we're working with, and we'll actually just go Queen to Glad steel, right? Train. right? And we'll just keep it like that. All right, got it, good, brilliant. And then the next one is literally just going to follow suit and going to be exactly the same. However, we will bring it in on platform. Let's have a look here first. Come down here, follow us here. Okay, it's only for a very small section where the trains are on single track, so it makes no difference. Are you going to come into here? I guess you're just going to follow the same suit, actually, all in all, aren't you? You really are. Then you come into here, where we don't want you on that. We want you on number 3, thanks. Then you come back into here. Well, hey, that does work. It does work. Yeah, okay, I'll leave you because you have that. Yeah, I'm going to leave it. If that's how you want to do it, I'm willing to let that slide. And you're going to be what? You're going to be the crude oil, right? So lots of black lines going on there. Maybe I can just make you like a really dark... it makes no difference, does it? Look, I'll leave it. I'll leave it. I'll leave it. I'll leave it. So that's going to be literally... what are we going to call it? Queen to Glad. What are we going to call it? We'll just call it oil. Train. Okay. Good. Right. So we need to bosh a couple of trains on that. We also now need to, like I was talking about, maybe bolster up this freeway just a little bit around here. So if we look at our freeways, we're using country road. We could go to large country road. We just go to large country road potentially, which we can not. So, what about if we did something like that? You know what I mean? I see what you're saying here. So if we have you like that, which way is the traffic running? It's running up the right. So yeah, it needs to run this way. And so the easiest way I think to do this, to get a nice curve here, is what we want is to do that. With that, we'll have like a merging system just here. Come with one there. Get one there. One here. And if you see what I'm doing, is so I can then join the dots basically when we get this up and running. Maybe like there. Right. And then obviously we split back down into country roads. So I would generally do roundabouts at each end, but this time I'm going to forego roundabouts. Now you're going to have to go that way. Right. Can I shift click you? Yes, that's all I wanted to do there. Just one section to there. The other thing is I want this to be back to country road like that. And we'll merge these two just here. Right, so if you see what I'm doing, just because I think the flow of traffic is going to increase here, especially when we start putting in more and more trucks up and down here. So let's have a go at this now. I don't know how well this is going to work. Just going to do it bit by bit here a little bit. It won't be perfect, but it'll look pretty close. That road can go. We'll redo something there. Okay, we'll redo something there. Keep this running around here. Yeah, that's actually coming along nicely. And then what we might do is I might actually just stop you. Stop you there. Where we have to actually re-merge you. Yeah, it's just simply going to be like that. Simply. Right, so if you're gonna be like that, oh, come on, buddy. You're not playing this game very fair, are you? Here, maybe I have to go back that way. Would work. That's pretty ugly. Okay, I guess that's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. Oh, just desk pops everywhere. There we go. That's got that. Okay, it's not the perfect highway, but it's, I'll be honest, that's not a bad highway down there. That's actually worked out not too bad. Right, that's just going to help alleviate a bit of traffic flow. We've got a lot of cars that are probably like, what do I do now? But let's just make sure this is going to work. What we'll need to see is cars coming back the other way. And they are, brilliantly. Okay, brilliant. So, we only need, we need a bypass now to get this back on here. So, a little bit difficult. We have to now get this, like a ramp. So let's come 1, 2, 3. Let's come up 3 like that. Alright. Such. It's not going to work, is it? You need to come up another 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, and we're going to go with that one. It's not pretty, but it works. Why do you want to go up like that? Just take it. It's ridiculous. Before you split into this. Wow, actually, hang on, look at this. I should have used that, shouldn't I? Does that work? Kind of really does, you know. How would I squeeze? I'd have to move the... Okay, let's give it a go. I don't actually use these in the game much. I try and typically go for my own builds. But let's squeeze this in like here. I might just have to change this up. So all of that was for naught, but it wasn't really. It's fun to play with this new stuff. So let's... How close can we get this over the rail? Actually, pretty close. I'm all about, let's give it a go. So we'll take you back even further, hey? Right, and you guys aren't too bad. You should marry in quite nicely from there. Take that right back, and then the farm, yeah, the farm's got a motorway next to it, but suck it in, princess, you'll be right. Right. Let's get this flowing around here. Nicely, and that one doing the same. That works out a treat, and same again here. And that, oh yeah, I'm all about that. Okay, I like how this is kind of well, let's just ignore that that's kind of in there a little bit. I'm not removing that, that's fine. It's totally fine. All right, so we are going to want some kind of a roundabout system here, by the way. We'll get you going. We'll get you a bigger radius, I think, like that. And then we'll get our road system. Very complex road system for what we're doing. But if you do think about it, it does kind of need to be like that. Because I need you doing that on the roundabout before I then... Actually, you know what I will do? I will upgrade you to that. Thanks. Before switching to country road, and then we shoot on out here. Like so. Okay, and then this road here, little country road out here, will actually divert you up from this way. At some point, we'll divert this thing up this way where it's happy to do so. Sure. I'll leave that a little dead in there. Okay, so... Oh, hooray, hooray. Now we have... What the heck is that? Oh, well, I guess we have to have that. I guess I could reconstitute the land. Like such. Just fix all that up. I don't like this. I actually don't like that, but I think I'm just going to live with it. Only because I don't want to mess around with it too much. It'll be fine. If the game allows it, then I'm just going to allow it for the moment. Generally, I probably would fix it, but, you know, I don't want to run out of time. That's now going to work. So, basically, yes, it's probably adding in a lot more stuff it has to travel around in, but at the same time, have fun. I actually never used them much, so it's actually not a bad idea to give... It's good to give something a go, right? Yeah, sure, you tell yourself that, buddy. Thanks, I will. Okay, I'm going to slop that in there. Slop it in? Yep, slopping them in. Configure. You can actually have a cargo station there, and you won't get one there. Leave that. So this is that chemical plant. Lovely. And the chemical plant is going to hook up with that. So all that just for a line, right? And you think to yourself, Ham, how are you going to fit this? We're not going to get anything going to Gladston today. And you're probably right. But look, it's all part and parcel of the process. Right. So you're coming in here. We'll give you number 2. We'll make you that color. Are we making you that color? No, we're not. We're going to actually make you that color because it is the chemical plant. I want a different color in there just so I know what I'm doing. So I'm actually going to go Queen Chem Plant Truck. That's all I'm going to do. Isn't it Palmerston Chem Plant? Yeah, it is. Queen 2 Palm Chem Plant. That's better. Right, so there's going to be trucks on that. Right, and then steel-wise, the steel factory is... the steel factory is connected to it, so brilliant. We should just get steel loaded straight onto there. Okay, so let's get some trains. Let's get trucks first. So if I hit play, everything still should be working tickety-boo. If I just bring up the lines here, our lines here are working fine. They're fine, they're fine, they're fine. Passenger route still doing its passenger thing. Yeah, for the most part, that's all looking really good. And I've got things running up double lanes, and then they're doing their splits here to what they need to do. That's totally good. I think we're ready to go. The last thing we need to probably do is look at distribution of this. By the way, we've already got this line here dropping back into here to bring that refined oils to take it down to the chemical plant. So it literally is just going to be trains and more trains. I think we just have to make sure we have a line going from here right to there. Brilliant. And that we'll just say chemical as well, and it's just going to be glad chemical plant truck. Okay, brilliant. Did I put truck for the last one? Yeah, I did put truck. Brilliant. Okay, so what about that line that we had? That's the steel train, that's the oil train. Now, here's the thing. That train is going to be taking oil down. What are we going to be taking plastic back on, though? That's the trouble, that we need to figure that out. And I think we're going to just have to have a train, or potentially 2, that do 2 sets of goods. And I typically hate doing mixed consist trains with vanilla assets because it doesn't really work in your favor. we're gonna have to figure out something with that, but we will figure that out very shortly when we go to buy stuff. First of all, let's buy some trucks. So where are we buying trucks from? Just here, our little truck stop that we put in nicely with our coal area. Right, so cargo trucks. So we are gonna want, oh, here's the thing. Yes, this is the trouble with chemical plants, because you take oil there and you take plastics out, so you kind of need a truck that does all cargo. We're gonna have to run with this all cargo man tarpaulin. I'm gonna go with like 10. We're gonna set you on Queen Palm chemical plant truck, right? So that's fine. They'll roll out of there and do that. That'll have that transfer done then. That's actually a fair way for 10. I'm thinking these trucks will need bolstering up too from this place. How many have we got on there? And it's vehicles. We've got 10 vehicles on there. I'm thinking you're going to need like another 3, but we'll get to that when we get to that. When we start infrastructure first, Ham. Then worry about your timings and worry about your truck and your amounts later. Right. Let's look at the steel train. Wow, it's actually a long drive, isn't it? That's actually a long drive. Okay, so, ooh, look at our options now. We do have this here. The loco has been improved for redesigns several times to achieve required traction. It reached a speed of 200. That is a fast speed. So let's go. These are locomotives. Think what we'll do. I don't think we'll be running steam. Yeah, we're all about the diesels now. So this one here, the DF4 series, the most frequently used locomotive in China for passenger and freight traffic. However, it is extremely expensive compared to the others. I think we're going to go with this, the TE3, only because it does 100 clickety-clacks. Although the attractive effort of these is a lot better, but it's typically it's not too fast down here. So let's just run this for the steel. Actually, we could run this. We're going to run this for the steel. Oh, ham. Did I just buy that vehicle? Okay, there we go. Good. Wagons. I think I accidentally might have bought it, but I didn't in the end. But anyway, we're going with this one here. Just a flat car. 120. That does 100. It's okay. It's great. I'll leave it the color it is as well. And we'll say we'll go with, to start with, 180 capacity. Okay, and we're going to set that on Queen Glad steel train. Right, and it's off and running. Now, we'll probably end up having 2 of these trains. Mainly because 2 trains at a smaller rate will be a much more consistent rate. There it is. That's what I was waiting for. Okay, brilliant. So that's going to head out the gate and off it goes. Next is going to be the more difficult one. And that is going to be, so we're going to go with the same train. Clean this up now. Just get rid of that. We'll change the color of it, hey? We want the same trains running at the same speed. What does a nice sort of green look on it? Yeah, I'm sticking with it. We'll go with the green on that one. Cargo wise, this is where it gets a little bit trickier because we're going to need tank cars and we need box cars. You can see there our chemical product there and our refined here. So yes, it's, oh, I don't want you green. And this is the trouble here, see? 90 capacity. But what we're going to have to do, we're going to have to run 2 trains. Now, we're almost better off running. So you guys are at 18 capacity each. We'll go that much. Yes, that much. And we're going to need 2 of those. Set them both on. Wow. hang on, you know what? We'll just set the one off first, just to make sure this works. I hate running mixed like this. It means we probably need to run... look, we're just going to do it. If you've got some suggestions, leave them in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts, because I don't typically like running trains like this, but at the same time, I'm not super bothered. It just is what it is with vanilla gameplay, short of getting some mods. So, you know what? We're just going to leave it like that for the moment. We're going to be putting that on the... what do we call it? Queen Glad oil train. Which is actually, it's mixed. It's a mixed consist because it's actually doing chemicals. So it probably should get a change up in name. And the other thing I might do is I might actually make that purple, that line. We might actually just change it to Queen Glad oil. Actually, we might just call it mixed. Mixed. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. Right, so that's what that looks like. I actually don't mind running a mixed train. Actually, it changes things up a little bit, doesn't it? I like the green and the yellow. I think that looks really good. Right, so what we should start to see now is trucks will start dropping off oil there soon. Things will start getting ramped up in terms of this plant here. So the coal production here, because typically our trucks down here at the coal plant weren't actually like taking much, but if we have a look here now, we'll start to see this ramp up and a lot more coal start to sit on the deck here. And yeah, that's not going to help us either. We're just going to do standard track ride along today. It's fun when there's more and more trains on the line, right? Right. Oh, you know what I didn't do? No, we haven't finished yet. I didn't put my bridge in over here, did I? Which is actually made easy by the fact we've got that. So I've actually done a massive stuff up here. Can I fit a 2-laner over there? I cannot. Can I get you square butt? Go 3 height. 3 height will do it. How do you feel about a stone bridge? Stone it is. Right, stone it is. That's steep, but whatever. A little too steep. Look at the speed hump you've put in that. Is there some kind of a reason? How about we do this? How about we extend that bridge over here? Yep. So come up. We're going to have a nice little arch in it. Yeah, sure. If you can do it. I don't want that bridge anymore if we can do that. I want that one. Now that is a shame. I see why. You'll give me that, so I'll take it. It's actually got a curve in it. It's got all sorts of stuff going on. That's much better. Yeah, we'll just bridge over the top of all of those. That'll be fine. We could retain that wall down under there too, but we'll leave it. Yeah, okay, so I forgot to put that in, which is actually necessary for what we need to do. The other thing is I haven't put the line in here, have I? Did I put that line in? Oh yeah, I did. I haven't put the line in for the steel though. And I haven't put the trucks on it. Before we do our track ride along, how about I finish the rest of this episode? Oh, ham. Right, can you come into Gladston Central at 2? Thanks. You're going to be blue. You're just going to be Gladston goods steel truck. Okay, Gladston goods steel truck. And this line here we've already got in Gladston chem plant truck. It should have goods in it though. Gladston Chem Plant. Gladston Chemicals to goods. That's what you should be. Okay, let's get trucks for those guys because I completely hammed that up. Buy vehicles. We're just going to be setting, or we're just going to be using this one here for all of it. So let's get you like 8. Set you guys on Gladston Chem goods truck. Right. Buy vehicles, and the same here. For the steel. Do we actually have... No, it's going to have to be this. The steel's going to have to go on the back of these. Right, we'll go with 8 with that too for the moment. So, I think what we'll do next time out... you're going to be steel. Gladston. Good steel. Right, I think for next time out what we'll do... I mean, I could... Ham, why don't you just do it? Bugger it. If the episode's going to go this long, just let it go this long. Right, well, okay. Let's see where all our steel needs to go. I mean, our goods. Goods are in the middle of town here. Do we have a truck? We've got this trucks. So goods are literally... You look in here, goods are like here. Which we've got coverage right there. Oh, well, that makes it easy. Just put the line in. Down to here. Downtown. Do I have a waypoint for you to come out of there or not? Just going to do a U-turn in there. How about you lower Gladston going to 2? Yeah, and then you don't actually have to annoy the other line. And that'll be fine. So goods color will be that nice brownie color that seemed to be the goods. Actually, it's a bit lighter. It's a bit more pale. A bit more like that. And we're literally going to just say Glad Goods. Delivery truck. Hey. What truck will we use for that? Yeah, I mean these little things would be good for delivery trucks, wouldn't they? But they're little. So we kind of stuck with this if we go 17. You know what? I'm going to use this, the elf. And we're going to go like 8. And that's overkill for the moment, but that's what we're going to go. So we are Gladston goods delivery. Brilliant. I actually like those little elf trucks. I think they're great. All right, let's get on our track right now. Now that I've fixed everything. Oh, ham. A half job ham, they call me. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. Please consider leaving a like, commenting, and subscribing. I'll see you for plenty more content ramping back up this week. Hopefully I can stay feeling better and don't get another rush to hospital. I've been in the wars lately, I tell you. I've just got a few issues with the old internals that we're just getting sorted, but it is what it is sometimes when you get a bit older. Alright gang, stay safe, stay glued to your screen for plenty more action. I'll see you guys. I'll be coming live. We'll be streaming Farming Sim straight up as the first live stream this week. I'll let you know the times for that on the homepage of the channel. Until next time, get out of here.